As the assistant coach of the Rockford IceHogs, what is your biggest takeaway from the season? Obviously, the ups, the downs, the long playoff run. There's a lot to look back on when you shine a light on your first year.
Yeah, it's a lot tougher being a coach than a player. I'll tell you that. It's a little less in your control, so it's kind of tough sometimes, and you're just sitting there and hoping the guys do the right thing. And but it was fun. You know, these guys, they like to work. They enjoy the game, all the players and coaches too. So that made it easy. There's a real big passion, I think, to get better, and I was really proud to see a lot of the guys, the way they evolved as players and improved throughout the year, and we were able to play in some big games at the end, so it was great. It exceeded my expectations as far as our success, and I feel like it was a pretty good year overall. It was my first year, so I was fortunate.
Was that your biggest challenge, the little less in control aspect of it, as moving from a player role to a coaching role, or was there something else that surprised you throughout the year?
Yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily a challenge. It just was a different mindset, I guess. But like my first day coaching, I kind of was just sitting there watching the game, not really paying attention, and then I'm like, oh wait, I'm a coach. I gotta do something here. I gotta know what I'm talking about. So. But it was fun, and there's a lot of challenges, just dealing with guys, and you're not really expecting that. I guess I didn't really think of that. You're gonna have to give the guys some bad news sometimes. Hey, maybe you're not playing, or you got to do this better, and that's not the fun part of it. But it's it's just something you have to learn to deal with, and I think that would be maybe one of the more challenging things I had to do. But it was, not saying it was easy, but it wasn't as hard because I have a lot of experiences to fall back on. So that helped, and working with Jeremy and Derek and the rest of the staff helped a lot. They have some experience too, and so they made my life easy.
I'd imagine those experiences are something you tapped in pretty often, because this was a young group. I mean, there was all rookies at one point, it felt like, and then you got a couple of veterans towards the tail end of the year. But I feel like to be a better coach, you probably tap into those experiences to help communicate what you're trying to accomplish on the ice.
Yeah, you definitely do, and you try and tell them as much as you can, and hopefully they listen. And for me, it helped a lot. I know it wasn't the best situation for him, but when Cody Franzen got here, that was kind of the message I was trying to tell my D on how to play, how to be a pro, and so he made my life much easier to have him there, and just to watch him and some of the other veteran guys, they were great. So that's, when you have guys like that, it makes your job so much easier. You don't have to be on the guys as much because you have the veterans who've been there as well, helping deliver the message. So we were fortunate to have some of those guys there. They were good people, and I think these young guys here learned a lot this year, and there's really a lot to look forward to next year.
And now looking at your summer, and camps coming up, drafts are coming up. There's a bunch of off-season happenings with the Blackhawks and the Rockford IceHogs. What are you looking to dive into even more now that you got your first year under your belt? My bar is set here. How do you push yourself to get to that next level as a coach?
Well, first things first, I'm going camping. Need a break, but I think it's just about evolving as a coach. You got to, talking with Jeremy there, you got to try and come up with new ideas, new concepts. That's going to be the hardest thing, because what worked this year might not work next year. So then where do you go from that? So, you got to be always looking for something new. And, now that I'm a coach, I watch the games differently on TV. You're not just watching, oh, this guy's a really good player. Now you're watching the whole big picture and what might work, what doesn't work. So I think that's going to be a big challenge, and that's something that myself and I know the rest of the staff is going to focus on moving forward. Where can we be better? What can we change? What needs to change? What needs to stay the same? All that type of stuff.
Where are you going, and what are you going to be doing on your camping trip? Are you a big hunting, fishing guy? Are you a big ride your bike, outdoorsy guy? Or you just light a fire and just relax?
I'm all of the above. Did a little hunting, but not much hunting. It's always during hockey season. So more just outdoorsy fishing, but I'm taking the family, and my boys have been begging me all year. So we're just going to head up to Wisconsin somewhere. Haven't nailed down the spot. We're just going to head up there and just get out there and mix it up and have a little fun and just relax a little bit.